Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. Thank you for stopping by on this windy Saturday morning in Southern California. And temperature up and down all week. How you's all been doing this week? Of course, it is Saturday. What do we do on Saturdays? We're going to talk about what I listened to this week and from my vinyl collection and my CD collection. And so, let me know. Think Before we get started, though, down there, please go down there and hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching, please do so to help the channel grow. Put some comments down there, folks. Do you have any of these albums or CDs I'm going to talk about? If you do, which ones do you have? Do you like? Don't like? Whatever. And what did you listen to this week? What was the favorite thing that you listened to this week? At the end, I will list the two favorites I have from the ones I listened to. So the first one we're going to do is a 1978 album by the Atlanta Rhythm Section. It's called Champagne Jam. It's the only thing I have by them in the collections. The single Imaginary Lover was the band's second top 10 hit, peaking at number 7 in the US and number 9 in Canada. The album itself was the band's most commercially successful, peaking at number 7 on the Billboard's Top 200 chart. Atlanta Rhythm Section was formed in 1970 and went on to release 17 albums through 2012. Southern Rock. I enjoyed this one a lot. I really did. I really enjoyed it, and glad that I got it in the collection. I don't know if I'll go I will not be hunting for any more ARS albums, but if I come across one and the price is reasonable, I might add it to the collection. This one got them in there. The Polydor red label. Very nice shape. So, addition from the collection from Whatnot. So again, that was Champagne Jam by the Atlanta Rhythm Section from 1978. Got the week off to a very good start there. Okay. Next, we're going to do one that I've had in the collection, or had waiting to get into the collection for quite a while, but I just hadn't sat down to take the time to listen to it. And that's what, when it's on the thumbnail, Eminem 2024, Death of Slim Shady. Eminem, I do like him. I have one other CD in the collection by him, and this one's got all of his big hits from early Lose Yourself and Stan and all of them on there. But I wanted to get this one because it says The Death of Slim Shady. It is a concept album that's centered around his alter ego, Slim Shady, coming back to him after all these years now that he's got older and a little bit more mature, and really giving him a hard time of claiming that Slim's the reason he had so much success, and why aren't you doing this or why aren't you doing that? Pretty funny concept, but overall, it was really good. You know, this had a tremendous amount of guest appearance on it. I won't read them all. On color vinyl, first one here in front of me. First one's on red, the second one's on a blue. Of course, since I bought it new, really. This album topped the charts. Now listen to this list. Topped the charts in Australia, Austria, Belgium, Canada, Czech Republic, Finland, Hungary, Ireland, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Slovakia, Sweden, Switzerland, the United Kingdom, and the United States. That is crazy. That is crazy big. I'll show you the other one. We did have some too. Pull one of them out. This is for the red. Nice art. This one here from the blue, for the blue album, which I'll show you in a second. I don't know it's what it's supposed to be. Jason on there, or the Chainsaw Massacre in there. I liked it. I did like it. I have been a fan of his for a long time. I don't have a lot in my collection by him, but I do like him. Not into rap. Got a few things in there, but I do like Eminem. Nice blue album. The labels are both of them. I'd like to hear it. I liked it. So, what you guys think about it? You guys, any of you get? I know you guys probably keep getting surprised by what is up with this old man. Variety of music that he, you know, yeah. Even though it topped the charts and all of them, it was met by mixed reviews from critics. The album serves as rapper's 8th nomination at the Grammy Award for the Best Rap Album on its 67th edition. After winning 6 times, he lost this time. But he's been up there in the top of the charts for a long, long time. So that was Eminem's 2024 issue of Death of Slim Shady. If you like a little bit of rap, check it out on your music channels. Might like it. Right, the next one we're going to listen to, that I listened to this week, was an album that was released. It's a John Lennon album. It was released after his death. Called, what he wrote on there, as you can see up there. I also have 2 LPs and 1 CD and a 4 CD box set by John Lennon in my collection. 15 tracks on the popular songs. It was the first Lennon album to be issued following his death in 1980. Includes most of his hit singles, and other tracks from his solo albums. Somewhat poppy vinyl on this purchase here. So this one, even though it went in there once, will be going back into the spin clean again, just hopefully to make it a little bit better. Spin clean is my best cleaning method. Not have ultrasonic. Any of you guys own ultrasonic? Let me know. Let me know what you think about ultrasonic. I have mixed feelings on it, and not sure if I'll ever go that route. But I'd like to have some feedback about it. Okay, and as this one came out on Geffen Records, how many that were ever going to try to find it, but out. So it's a nice little album by John Lennon. The good songs on it, and I can see. Of course, I can tell you what they were. Okay, Give Peace a Chance, of course, started off, and this is Power to the People. Nice. Credits over. Look at this for it says February 18th, 86. It looks like got a $5 sticker on it. Ah, ain't that cool? wow, the price of things have gone up. But you do all of that calculation about everything is probably not that much compared to the way things are now. Money and costs and all that. The next one I picked up, I opened up. I picked this up on Record Store Day. It's a Black Sabbath album, The Eternal Idol. It was a 2025 reissue of the 1987 album. This was the first album Tony Martin as the lead singer of Black Sabbath. 13th studio album by the English rock band. Spent 6 weeks on the Billboard 200, peaking at number 168. Now, I think some of you know, and if you haven't checked it out, you can go check out the video on it. I bought a box set last year called Anno Domini, and I did a special on it. 4 album release. It was all Tony Martin. From what I understand, this one was not issued as part of that box set because at the time there was a rights issue, who owned it and so forth, and they couldn't include it in the box set. So now I have all 5 of the Tony Martin albums, not counting this one. Counting the 4 in the box set, I have 10 LPs by Black Sabbath in the collection. No CDs. Insert here with the lyrics on it. One come in a paper sleeve, but polylined. Liking that more companies. Come on, the red. Now let me tell you the problem I have with this. This was a brand new one, and this is my normal process. I lay it on the mats that I got, not on the turntable, on the mats, and I use my groove washer, spray, go around one way, turn the brush over, and go around the other way. I did that on both sides, put it on. As soon as I dropped the needle on this one and it got to track 1, there was something on there that it wouldn't almost play the music. So that scared me a little bit. So I took it back off the thing and I took a microfiber cloth and I went all the way around track 1, wiping it, put it on, played it, and it played fine. And then when I flipped it over into play on track 1 on the other side, did the same thing. So I had to do the same and it did fine. So you never know what you're going to get from factory. That's been kind of proven that when it comes shipped, something had to have been put on there at the factory. So, it played fine. Seems to be clean now, but just to be sure, even though it's a brand new one, this one will be going to the spin clean also because of that problem. It wasn't my initial cleaning that did it, because in fact, when I was going around with that microfiber cloth, the edges were very, very sharp and edgy. Would cut yourself if you ever really weren't careful. So that was The Eternal Idol, the 2025 reissue of the 1987 album by Black Sabbath, which was the first one in the Tony Martin era. So, got that one in the collection now, and now it's time we went to the CDs for the week. The first CD that we listened to was Behavior by the Pet Shop Boys, 1990 CD. I have three LPs and 1 CD, counting this one, in my collections. This was the 4th studio album by the English synth pop duo. Behavior was met with very good reviews in 1990, and it since has gained excellent reviews, top 50 on 17 album charts around the world. I don't know. You know, it was okay. It was okay. I'm just going to give it a G rating, a good rating for me anyway. A lot of people must like it or been there, but I wasn't sure about it. I'm going to just give it good. I'm not going to talk bad about it because it's got conflict on it. So I guess you know they had a pretty good career. I must like them for some reason because they have 3 LPs and 1 CD in the collection. Look. Here it comes up. Job. So that was Behavior, the 1990 album by the Pet Shop Boys. I got to dig into those other albums and find out why I have them. I must like them for some reason, or I wouldn't have that many in there. So then the next one we got was a really gigantic selling album. This was as close as I could figure out. This was a 1985 reissue of the 1976 album Creedence Clearwater Revival titled Chronicle. And this is the only thing by CCR in my collection. Been certified 12 times platinum. Oh, the best selling album band's catalog. Compilation was ranked number 59 in Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time in 2012. I wonder if that has changed. But disappeared from the list altogether when it was published again in 2020. Well, that kind of shows you. Remained on the Billboard's 200 for 12 years, reaching the 600 week mark, non consecutive, in August 2022. And since this is the only one that I have, I'm going to tell you, I'm only an average, only whatever was an average CCR fan. I don't know why. A lot of pretty good songs on here. You know, and ones that kind of stuck out to me is "I Put a Spell on You," "Full Stop the Rain," "Run Through the Jungle." Have you ever seen the rain? Those are the ones that really stuck out to me that I liked the most. But all of them, I liked all of them most, but I liked them a lot. Put it that way. So that was 1985 reissue or 85 or yeah, reissue the 76 album by CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival, titled Chronicle. Okay, time for the last one of the week, which is also always an album out of the collection that's been in the collection for a long, long time. And this one is a 1977 LP, so we're talking 48 years old. Pretty good shape, too. This is Greatest Hits, comma, etc., ETC by Paul Simon. I have 2 LPs and 2 CDs in the collection by Paul Simon. First, Greatest Hits compilation by him, which covered songs from his first 6 years. Half of them, 5 of the songs, were top 10 hits when they're there. Release of this album was prompted by the fact that after 2 years since his last solo album, he didn't have enough material to put out another album, but the contract with the label required another full album. Therefore, this was put out. The album reached number 18 in the US and number 3 in the UK. I already said half the songs were his biggest hits. Of course, I recognize the hits like Slip Sliding Away, Chrome, 50 Ways to Lose Your Lover, to name a few. But there were several other songs on here that I did not remember. Cool. One had a little jazzy upbeat on it. One was like country folk. Good shape for an old album. Gave it VG plus when I rated it. I also gave the cover VG plus. So that was Greatest Hits, comma, etc. etc. period by Paul Simon. Compilation from 1977. So, what did you like this week out of those? What would you have picked out of all of those? Let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll get back with you and let you know what I thought. Well, here we go. First one that I picked. This was tough because I really liked The Death of Slim Shady, but I didn't pick it. John Lennon was a pretty good choice too. But the first one I picked that I really liked was Champagne Jam by the Atlanta Rhythm Section, 1978. It's the only thing I have by them on the album. I really liked the whole album. So like I said, I'll probably pick some more of them up, but I won't go hunting for them. They'll have to come out, just pop up and see me. Then the second one, after a lot of thought between them, I did pick out Chronicle by CCR. That even though a lot of the songs weren't my favorite songs, and I have never been a big CCR fan, I thought that the list of songs on there well deserved special recognition. So I hope you all enjoyed this week. Looking forward to the music for next week. Let me know what you think down there. And SoCal Saber saying, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.